Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cutting straight through the massive amount of marketing noise out there to figure out where your family should actually put down roots in Dubai. If you're looking at the 2026 real estate landscape and feeling totally overwhelmed, well, you're in exactly the right place.
So, what is the absolute best family community in Dubai? It's the million-dollar question, right? Literally every single expat and investor asks this when they're trying to balance the emotional needs of their kids, their daily commutes, and the hard financial realities of buying property. We all want that perfect answer.
Well, let's just dive right in, because the real answer? It's got nothing to do with shiny renderings or those massive billboards on Sheikh Zayed Road. It's entirely about matching a community to your specific daily rhythm and, of course, your budget. It's about finding a place that makes sense for you today and still makes complete financial sense 10 years down the line.
Here's our roadmap for The Explainer. We'll be hitting the Dubai property dilemma, premium master plan communities, the established classic villas, maximizing space and budget, modern lifestyle and waterfront areas, and finally, securing long-term value.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the Dubai property dilemma, covering the high stakes and daily realities.
Look, picking a home in Dubai is a really high-stakes decision. It honestly dictates everything from how chaotic your morning school run is to where you're grabbing that Friday morning coffee, and ultimately, whether your investment actually holds its value a decade from now. We have to look past the glossy brochures and weigh the lifestyle you want against the very real financial impacts, especially when we're talking about long-term ROI and hidden drains like service charges.
Moving right along to Section 2, Premium Master Planned Communities. Let's talk about the heavyweights.
Dubai Hills Estate has absolutely become the ultimate premium all-rounder. I mean, Emaar built this sprawling over 2,700 acres right in the heart of the city. You've got Gems World Academy literally inside the community, King's College Hospital, a massive mall, and an 18-hole golf course. But check out those numbers. It maintained over 94% occupancy in early 2026, and the villa values? They've seen staggering appreciation, jumping 50 to 60% since 2022. This is a real game changer for a family willing to pay a premium for total centralized convenience.
But what if that massive, ultra-modern vibe just isn't your thing? What if you want mature trees in a neighborhood where kids genuinely play out in the street? That brings us to Section 3, the established classic villas. Think maturity, scarcity, and community.
This really gets to the heart of the ultimate debate right now. You've got the super modern, urban convenience of Dubai Hills going head-to-head with the proven, quiet, suburban charm of Arabian ranches. Ranches is basically the established gold standard for villa living. The neighbors actually know each other, the greenery is completely lush, and crucially, the running costs are much lower. It's seen great appreciation between 2022 and 2026, largely driven by the simple fact that no new supply can be built there.
And building on that whole idea of scarcity, we've got some other classic heavy hitters. The Springs and the Meadows are huge draws because, well, you aren't waiting around for the community to catch up. The mature trees and lakes, they're already there. Plus, you get super quick access to the Media City hubs. Then you've got Jumeirah Park, which offers incredibly wide plots and fast marina connectivity. And we can't forget Mirdif. It's got a super loyal following and amazing access to Mushrif Park. Just a quick heads up though, always double check the freehold status in Mirdif, since parts of it are leasehold. These communities essentially protect your wealth through absolute scarcity.
Okay, let's pivot for Section 4, maximizing space and budget. We're looking at the value and yield plays.
So if you're trying to max out your living space or juice your rental yield without completely breaking the bank, here are your top 3 value plays. Town Square is just brilliant for young families. It's a highly walkable 15-minute city where 3-bedroom townhouses start at 1.8 million dirhams. If you're chasing high yields, JVC is pumping out 7.5 to 9% gross yields with central 2-bedroom apartments starting at just $900K. But if you just want maximum space, Domic Hills 2 is an absolute winner. Sure, it's a bit further out, but a 3-bedroom townhouse for 1.2 million dirhams with massive outdoor areas, that is incredibly hard to beat.
Next up, Section 5, Modern Lifestyle and Waterfront. Let's look at the new wave.
We're seeing 2 incredible, very modern options rising to the top here. Tilal Al Ghaf and Dubai Creek Harbor. Tilal Al Ghaf literally gives you lagoon living. You can step out of your house and go paddleboarding. It's completely outdoor first. Dubai Creek Harbor, on the other hand, is this waterfront dream with a 6-kilometer promenade, car light zones where kids can just run freely, and it's right near a flamingo sanctuary. For the patient buyer, These master plans offer massive, long-term upside as the districts fully mature over the next few years.
Finally, let's zoom out for Section 6, Securing Long-Term Value. Here is the Smart Buyer's Matrix.
When you're trying to choose between property types, you're essentially making a major trade-off. Villas are going to give you way more space and seriously stronger long-term appreciation. But yeah, they cost more upfront and can take a bit longer to sell. Apartments, on the flip side, offer much higher rental yields. They often sit in highly walkable central locations, and they offer a much faster resale. So your choice depends entirely on whether you're prioritizing day-to-day yield or long-term capital growth.
Speaking of capital growth, the numbers here are just staggering. We're talking about a massive 93% surge in villa values across Dubai between 2020 and 2024. Now, apartments grew solidly, for sure, but they trailed villas by a pretty wide margin. Why? It's all about the land. You simply cannot build unlimited horizontal villa communities in central Dubai, and that scarcity heavily protects and drives up your investment.
Okay, 42,500. That number is the annual dirham difference that service charges can make on a standard 2,500 square foot home. If you're paying 3 dirhams a square foot versus a premium 20 dirhams, that's an extra 42,500 dirhams coming out of your pocket every single year. Over a decade, that's nearly 500,000 dirhams in hidden financial impact. You absolutely have to calculate this before committing.
2 million. This is a magic number right now. If your property purchase hits that 2 million dirham threshold, you might just qualify for the UAE's 10-year golden visa under the property investor category. This can completely transform your family's residency timeline and offers tremendous long-term stability, so definitely keep that benchmark in mind when you're setting your budget.
So, to wrap up the actionable advice in this explainer, you absolutely need to verify 4 key pillars before you sign anything. First, top schools. Being close by dictates your daily stress levels and heavily anchors property value. Second, walkability. Don't just trust the map. Literally go and walk the streets on a Friday morning and a weekday evening to see how it actually feels. Third, service charges. Calculate that annual drain. And fourth, scarcity. Target areas with limited land because they will always heavily outperform areas surrounded by incoming construction.
At the end of the day, the absolute best community isn't the one with the flashiest marketing. It's the place that actually supports your family's daily rhythm while making total financial sense 10 years from now. So, based on everything we've gone through, ask yourself, are you buying a home for the life a real estate ad is trying to sell you? Or are you buying for the life your family actually lives?